Morning everyone! Hello, good morning and welcome to Monday MHG Run Club. And it looks like everyone's still in bed. Oh well, maybe they're saving their energy for the football run at 2 o'clock UK time. It's today. England v Iran. Right, let's fire up the in-game chat even though no one's going to be talking. There we go. So today, if this other person that's in the run with me runs a bit quicker than usual, we're both running a bit quicker than usual. How are we all? Hello Yoko, how are you? Yep, it's been raining a lot over here, Yoko, but so far, luckily, there's been no flooding. Hello Beth, Beth's joined me today. How are we all? It is 8.3 degrees Celsius here in the Cornish Zwift garage today. Temperatures are dropping, as well as the rain is dropping from the sky very regularly at the moment. Good morning, both of you. Thank you for joining. I think everyone is saving their energy for the football run later. (2 PM at UK time. I hope you've all had a good weekend. If you fancy running faster, Beth, is that Heather? Can I see Heather back there somewhere? Welcome Heather, if you can hear me. Welcome Heather. Must be the weather. We are doing a football run, 2 PM. Maybe some of us are holding out for that. I also noticed the community run later is quiet at the moment. Everyone must be out Christmas shopping. Yes, Yoko, see you later. I noticed you have signed up for the soccer run. See you there. Hello, Heather. Heather says, hello, late as usual. Late is better than never. Good to see you. Good to see Beth. Horrendous weather outside today. There are plastic toy ducks all over my back garden. Hundreds of them. My wife takes part in the annual village duck race down in Port Perro in the river, and she decided to store the plastic ducks in our back garden in a box. Well, during the night, the wind has taken the box up the top of the stack, and there are plastic ducks everywhere. Must be about 500 of them scattered across my back garden. Hello, Heather. going to drop the ride-ons because it's going to take me a while because there's so many here today. There we go, all done. I won't do any football talk yet because there'll be enough of that coming up later. So I'll try and keep quiet about that, apart from we are doing it at 2 PM UK time today. Second half only. England v Iran. Yes, Yoko, they're small plastic bath ducks, about that big, and they've all got a number written on them, and every year down in the village they drop them all in the river, and the first one to get to the sea wins. And on the bottom of that duck there's a number with 512, because leading up to the duck race people buy tickets, like raffle tickets with numbers on, and if their duck gets to the sea first, they win the prize. It's one of those random small village things that takes place. I think Tina has a duck race in her village also. They're not real ducks. There's no jockeys sat on the ducks racing them down the river. Are you joining us for the football run later, Heather? Oh, I've just mentioned the football run. No, I'm not going to talk about the football, just the football run. Scotty says hello. Boy says, yeah. Well done, Heather. Heather says went for her first trail run for a very long time yesterday, 20 kilometres. My watch told me I'm overextended myself and to rest for 3 days. Not sure how seriously to take that. Heather, well done, first of all. And secondly, my watch is always telling me to have a rest day. I bet if I could look at it now, it would be telling me to have like 2 or 3 days rest. I never do. It's how you feel yourself. If you feel okay, or if you feel just a little bit tired, you're fine. You know, if you feel exhausted and you can't be bothered, your body's telling you have a day off. But just go how you feel. That's very good. I went for a trail run yesterday also in the local woodland. I only did 16 kilometres with 500 metres elevation. There was a lot of hills in there. But as I always say, none of us like the hills, but you have to do them during your training runs, both uphill and downhill. Downhill is just as important as uphill. Work hard uphill. Let yourself go, build your confidence going downhill. That's right, that's good, Heather. A nice 5k gentle run will shake that out, as long as you've got no pain or discomfort. Yeah, Yoko, 500 metres of elevation, running around the woods. When I first started running 3 years ago, I used to do everything to avoid hills because I was always worried about what my pace looked like on Strava. So I always tried to find the flat runs out and about my local area. But now, as my interest is more trail running and ultra running, I'm not looking at the pace as much anymore, and I try to include the hills as part of my training. So it's funny how you change over time. I bet you really enjoyed it yesterday, didn't you, Heather? I enjoy it more running up through the woods, over the moors and along the coast paths than I do running on the roads. It's just more interesting, and I like the change of pace. So we've got a triple run day today. MHG lunchtime run right now, 2 PM with Stephen Cousins, both live streaming and leading the football run along. And then again at 18:30 UK time tonight, the Zwift community run. Oh, nice one. Bet the scenery and the views were awesome, Heather. I'm glad I did my trail run yesterday morning though, because it was really nice weather, but today it's awful out there. Yep, I started running Yoko in 2019, mainly because my son, he played football for the local team, and it was more of a show my son an example and stay fit. I ran round the block with him 3 years ago, and he was bouncing off the hedges like a young lad, like they do, and I struggled to run 1 mile. At that time, I was running it hard because as you gain experience, you know you run different speeds for different paces, and it's all relative on your own fitness. But then I just tried to keep up with him, who was a young lad and playing football, and it almost killed me. And I said from that day on, that's it, I'm going to start running and get my fitness levels back up. Since then I've lost 10 kilos of weight, because I was 80 kilos then, 3 years ago, I'm now 70. And I can now leave him behind. So I've turned it round. After a couple of years, he came for a run with me, but it was more of a long run, 6 miles out and back, and he hated it. He hasn't been with me since. He still plays football though. He's 17 at Christmas, and he's now in the men's team, so at least he's staying active. Not like my daughters, who active is waking up in the morning and going to school, and that's about it. Yes, Heather. He couldn't just run like a normal person. He had to jump up and down the hedges for a bit of fun, whilst I struggled along behind him. But it's all changed now. Heart rate nice and steady at 104 beats per minute. Looking good. We should cover about, we should do half marathon distance today with the 3 runs. I'm guessing Mr. C will set a nice steady pace for the football run. I can't imagine it being much faster than this, definitely no faster than 10 kilometers per hour. So come along, join in, join the FMR companion app group to find the link. I've also posted a link to the MHG Facebook page, which can take you direct into the events. Either join in or watch the stream. See what kind of a mood we're in, depending on how the game is going. Talking about hill training, as we approach January, I've got to start doing some more hill training, and that will consist of running up and down a local hill to me for 30 minutes to start with, and then as we get through the month, maybe an hour. Boring as anything, but it's all preparation for the arc of attrition at the end of January. The Christmas MHG Marathon will take place on the 17th of December, that's a Saturday, and it will be 12 PM kickoff UK time. I'm not sure, I'm probably just going to advertise it. I'm not sure whether to set it up in the companion app events or leave it open like it was originally when Eddie Izzard ran the run, and it was a case of telling everyone the route, telling everyone the start time, and then when you join just select run with and select either myself or someone else you know who's running in the race. That way it allows people to join or do as much as they want at any time during the race. If we do late join, you only get 30 minutes to join, but if we just run around Watopia on the big loops, the big whatever it's called, people can always find us because they can just go run with Clive Finnimore and it put you right on the group. You can do 5k, 10k, drop off and then come back later on if you want to, or stay for the whole run. But I'm thinking that may be the way to do it, because then everyone can see you running and everyone can join whatever time. What do you think? I think that's possibly the way. That's the way it was done originally. And it will probably take us about 5.5 hours, 5.5 to 6 hours, something like that, depending on how many breaks we have. We'll be running at this pace with the plan to stop every hour, but if no one wants to stop, we'll keep going. Yes, cheers Heather. I thought so. It's just, if we just post it on the MHG page and other various pages, you can just join, run with Clive Finnimore, and we can all have a go. Yes, Yoko's been there a couple of times, haven't you, Yoko? Nice heartbeat, 105. Something's going right, isn't it? By the end of the day and doing 3 runs, I'll be knackered and the heart rate will be up 120. And then my watch will be saying, nope, not today, have a rest. And I'll be going, nope, I'm running anyway. Get over it, Garmin watch. For example, I usually do parkrun on Saturday, but this Saturday just gone, I did actually feel a bit drained. So I decided to have a rest day. But Sunday I was feeling great, so we went and did a trail run. And that's just what you do. As the watch says on the morning report, listen to the body. And if anybody during the MHG marathon needs an emergency wee stop or feels they need to get some water, just shout out. We're all happy to wait. Or sometimes someone might split off and there'll be another group, but we generally will wait for each other. No one left behind. Get you to that finish line. If you want to run the full distance, we'll get you to that finish line. And get your Zwift marathon badge. And there's Beachy Head Lighthouse up ahead. Be good to have you on board, Heather. You'll be surprised how much you can do. Once you start from the beginning, you find it hard to leave. Heather says she's definitely going to join for some of it. You do as much as you can. That's it. You do as much as you can. And it sounds like it's hailstoning outside. It's either that or someone's firing dried peas at my garage door. It is tough, Heather. It is tough, but tough makes it a good challenge and an adventure. I have heard people mention that the Beachy Head Trail Marathon is one of the hardest trail marathons in the UK. But I'm sure they all say that about their marathons. You'll be fine, Heather. Heather, you'll be fine. Like you say, just keep running. The training plan is just keep running regularly every week. Do 1 or 2 hard efforts a week and just keep your mileage up. And then when you do it on the day, just take it nice and steady. The one goal is to get to the end. You just run comfortable for as long as possible. That's the aim. You will be walking probably the first half a mile as it's uphill, so don't go out and try and run up the hill, walk up a bit. Listen to Heather at the top of the first hill. I don't know if you've watched the video or not, there's a bagpiper and he's always there, so he's there, hear the music, just head towards it. I walked up the hill and then started running. That's 3 kilometres done already, everyone. Well done, good running. 2 to go, 14.5 minutes. Body temperature is warming up the Zwift garage now, 9.4 degrees Celsius, 87% humidity. So as far as outdoor runs are concerned, I think that's it for me now this year. I think that's it. Unless anything unexpected pops up. Obviously a few training runs and run club outside running, but nothing crazy until the end of January now. My local run club, Lou Pioneers, we like to organise a group run on Christmas Eve morning at 8 o'clock. It's actually always a really good turnout, and it's nice to do it actually. Lots of people come in their Santa hats and Santa outfits and elf outfits. My usual problem is I get too hot if I put a fluffy hat on my head. Sometimes halfway round, somebody even offers us a drink of port and a mince pie. I missed it last year. Well done, you lot. Looking good. Start of another week. Run number 1. Run number 1. Two more to go for me today. Voice of text working really well as usual. Look there. Heather, I think with what you're saying in the live stream, I heard that too with regards to Beachy Head being one of the hardest trail marathons in the country, and then regretted opening my big mouth and saying that I'd do it next year. I believe Amy Green was exactly the same last year. She signed up for it, regretted it, but she finished it. She finished it and she was so proud of her achievement, because it is good to cross that finish line. And the crazy thing is, I think she's actually thinking about next year doing a Beachy Head challenge. She's going to run the marathon on the Saturday and the half marathon on the Sunday. I think I might do the same. But don't feel like you have to do that. When you come for the first time, just do the marathon, and then you get a feel for what it's like in the area. I learned the hard way, Heather. Heather says, when I started upping my distance, training for ultras, did I follow a plan? Did I do my own thing? Asking for a husband? No, when I first started running, I just started running. And like everyone, when you start, you get the bug and you get addicted to it. And I actually did too much in my first 12 months. I started doing track sessions, which caused me to have runner's knee and shin splints. This is all in my first 12 months of running, because I enjoyed it so much. I was trying to do too much too quick. I eased up a bit, got over their injuries, and then 2020 kicked in. And I just sort of run steady. I did my own thing. I ran my outdoor run club twice a week, which were like 2 hard efforts, and then ran local roads in between. The ultra running for me didn't start until the Eddie Marathons. When the Eddie Marathons came along, I can't remember, was that 2020 January or 21? I can't remember. I think it was 21, wasn't it? We run a marathon a day, and I did 21 marathons in 31 days. We then planned on doing 100 miles on the treadmill a month later, which I did. Raw to the end. Stephen, Amy, myself, and Jeff did it in about 23 hours. That's when I suddenly thought, could I do this in real life outside on the hills? So then I signed up for my first 100. Then I just started running every day. Now I try to run 100k a week. I mean, if he's only just starting, set himself a target, say 50k, and we all sort of work towards the, have you heard of the 80-20? 80% slow long runs, or 80% slow runs, 20% fast effort. This is what Stephen used to talk about a couple years ago. That's what he was doing. So that's what I start doing. It doesn't matter if you're running 10 miles a week or 60 miles a week. Try and run it 80% slow runs, 20% hard effort. So really, I started running because I wanted to keep up with my son. I started running long distance because of the Eddie Marathons and the 100 miles on the treadmill. So in 2021, I signed up for my first 100. I had a year to train, and I started doing 20-80. As it happened, I got sent a last-minute cancellation for another 100, only 3 months into my training, which I just took it. I always say, if you're thinking of doing it, just sign up. Just sign up, get your name down, pay for your run, and then you've got no excuse not to train. So I don't know what his weekly mileage is at the moment, Heather. I know he does run, so maybe 50k a week. 50k a week, 20% of that fast, 80% slow. And if he's comfortable with that, push it up each week. I think they recommend 10% a week. And that's what I do to this day. Now, I run 100 kilometers a week if I can, 2 or 3 hard efforts a week, and the rest is like this. You know, somewhere between 8 kilometers per hour and 10 kilometers per hour. And when I run outside, I'm exactly the same. I always run comfortable when I'm running an ultra. If you're out of breath when you're running an ultra, you're running, for myself, because everything's relative, if I'm out of breath and I can't talk, I'm running too hard and fast. It's got to be this sort of pace. You can still talk, you know, unless you're approaching the end and you feel good, and then you can put a bit more of an effort in and go for it. So cut a long story short, research 80-20 running online. That will tell you what to do. I think Stephen might even have a video on it. He's possibly got a training video on it, Heather, in Film MyRun, 80-20 running. Oh, nice one. He does 100 kilometers a week at the moment. That's brilliant. My ultra plan is just keep running, just keep running. And with time and patience, you do start to notice that things you're doing faster than you used to at the same effort. You know, you start to notice a difference. It's nice when that happens. I bet he is already after his marathon training plan, you know. And then if you go back and do events the following year, you get PBs without trying any harder. That's what I like. .5 kilometres done for us blue and red pegs running down the road. Heart rate still 107, 106, nice and low where it should be. That's all right, Heather. Mr. C can explain it a lot better than me. As I've said before, Mr. C is like an encyclopedia of information. I'm like a scrapbook of random stuff. Pop on during the run after 2 o'clock and ask him what 80-20 is, or 20-80. I'm sure he's got a video out about it. There is a book as well. Yes, I personally didn't do anything different. If you know you've got something coming up with some hills in, try and get some more hill training in it. Like I said earlier, downhill is important, it's uphill. You see so many people coming off Ben Nevis and Snowdon holding their quads because they haven't done enough training running downhill. So like me, in December, I've got to start doing a bit extra up and downhill training. Around the corner I've got a really steep hill and I'll power walk up it, because obviously on an ultra you're not running, sprinting up hills unless you're a professional athlete. You're walking up. So if you can power walk up and run hard down, that is what it's all about. Building your confidence on unsteady surfaces. I have lots of people passing me when I'm going uphill, and that reminds me I need to do some leg strength exercises. But going down, I usually bomb back past them because they're worried they're going to fall over. So if you can build your confidence, that's what it's about. 200 metres left to go for us lot, just over a minute. Thank you for joining us today on the Zwift Run channel. Please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell for when we go live, which will be next at quarter to 2 today, 1:45 PM UK time. Stephen will be going live on the Zwift Run channel, and we will be running the second half of the football at 2 PM. So please feel free to join us in the run or join us in the stream. Well done, everyone. Good to see you on this Monday morning. Have a nice day. See you back here on Wednesday. If not before. Stay safe, take care. Cheers, bye-bye. Cheers, bye-bye. There we go. Run number 1 of this week complete. And look what I've just done. I've just seen the streamers coming out to say 5k. I stopped and I haven't even got to the finish line yet. Wow, wow, wow. Come on, Treadmill. Let's get to that finish line. We're just going to get to the finish line. Thank you for joining today, Yoko. Thank you, Heather, for joining on the live stream. Hopefully see you again later, if not later in the week. There it is. There's the run. That's another one. Right. That's it. Thank you very much. See you again later. From me and from Scotty. Bye-bye. Cheers, everyone. See you next time. Bye-bye.